Yeah, okay, we're cool. Um, what's going on with y'all, man? Peace to y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Another wonderful day. It is Wednesday. If you're seeing this on another day, then let's just pretend it's that day. Right now, I'm going live, but if you're not seeing it when I go live, then pretend that it's live when you're seeing it. I don't know. Please, man, put where you from in the chats, man. If you've been locked up, if you got a loved one that's locked up, put something green in the chats, man. Please tap the screen, like the live, let everybody know we in the room. We're going live right now, man. We're having some real conversation, man. Where you from, though, man? I'd love to see where everybody is. We got a lot of people from all over the world, man. Last month, across all the platforms, 54 million views, man, the last 28 days. So, yo, shout out to everybody, anywhere, everywhere. I haven't been going live enough. Definitely grateful to start getting back up here, man. A little bit more time, if you will. Definitely want to start connecting. I see North Dakota in the building. I see Ohio. I see North Carolina. I'm seeing a whole bunch of people checking in, man. Make sure you tap in the screen. Let them know we're here. If you know somebody that's locked up, got a loved one that's locked up, and they can benefit from this conversation, man, go ahead and share this live out to them. We talking about prison. We talking about mental health. We talking about addiction. If you got questions, put it in the chat. Make sure you put your questions in the chat. I'm here for y'all. I'm not here for me. Although I love being here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here to interact and support everybody that's supporting me, man. What's going on, nephew? What's good, man? Somebody said locked up, they won't let me out. Man, I'm glad I am out. Houston in the building. I see you. We on our way to Houston, man. I'm going to do the Mindful Justice Conference at June 17th and 18th in Houston, man. We got Maine on this calendar. We got Los Angeles. We always in Los Angeles. What else we got going on? Man, we got Colorado Springs. We getting ready to get going, man. Shout out to all the cities and states, the organizations, the prisons, the jails, the schools, everybody that's tapping in, man. Just spoke at Assumption University. As always, just here to bring a good message, man. Tell my truth. Let y'all know. Somebody said, "How much time did you do?" Thank you for bringing the questions, man. I did 16 years, 11 months. 16 years, 11 months from 2003 all the way to 2020. Somebody said, "My man's been down 8 years. He's got a year left. How can I help prepare him to come home?" First and foremost, get some mental health support set up for him. I want to start there. It doesn't really matter what else you got going for him, what other type of support you got going for him, what else you set up for him, if you don't have that mental health support there for him. And this is the reality. He may not need it, but that's like a 5% chance he may not need it, probably less than that. Usually, everybody that's coming home from incarceration, they've gone through hell and back. You understand what I'm saying? And there's that period where they feel like they all right, and then boom, they hit the wall. So mental health support, um, just making sure positive, resourceful people are around him, people that support y'all, not just one of you, but the both of you guys, because you both gonna need support. Trust me, it's not an easy feat. I'm married to my wife. We just celebrated 5 years. We've been married over 5.5, or well, close to 5.5. It's not an easy feat, y'all. But mental health support is key. Help him find a job, advocate, start networking, specific places he may be able to find employment, create a resume for him, start filling out or applying for jobs, Zip Indeed, and I mean Zip Recruiter and Indeed when he's, you know what I'm saying, but start doing that and keep him on the outside of the world. And don't keep his conversations on the inside. I'm not saying you do, but whenever you do, give him something to communicate about the outside of the world. If you can allow him to help give some input on some decisions, it ain't got to be nothing major. It could be the color you gonna do your nails. You know what I'm saying? But just let him feel connected and see the results on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And just encourage him to start letting go of prison. One thing my wife did, she told me to give something away each month. You know what I'm saying? As I got closer to the door, I had a lot of stuff. And she was like, "Yo, bless somebody that's got more time." And at first I was like, "Yo, I need my stuff." You know what I'm saying? And eventually I was like, "Nah, she right. Like, I'm not staying here forever. Prison is not. We not here forever." You know what I'm saying? So I started to let go of some items, throughout the month, etc. Somebody said, "Where the keefy?" I ain't got keefy. I got the matcha, man. We got the matcha. the green matcha, the healthy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that supported the Keefe content, man. I'm really trying to tell the story of prison, let people know the realities of what's going on in prison. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. That's it. I don't have to tell nobody. You know, somebody said I can't drink matcha. Matcha's fire. I didn't find out about matcha. Obviously, I'm late to the party. But that's all I'm trying to do, man. Like, of course, I don't think it's fair for somebody to get up here and say, "Yo, don't do this, don't do that." Nah, I'm just here to tell you, this is what's gonna happen if you do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality if you go down this path. And also, and you can bring the questions, man. Put the questions in the chat. The other thing is, I don't want to glorify or water down prison, man, because it's serious. Like, even if I make a skit that to make people laugh about a certain topic in the moment, that's just because I want the conversation to be a little bit easier so we can have it. You know what I'm saying? It allows other people that normally wouldn't talk about prison or the conditions or whatever to get involved in the conversation. So somebody said, "What you get locked up for?" I was the driver in a robbery, man. True story, man. You got to check out the social media, but it's up there how I got 150 years in prison. Um, I decided to drive, you know what I'm saying? My older cousin, his friends up the street, they stuck a place up, and that was it. And I'll tell you, the weapon wasn't even real. If you get into my story, and that's what's crazy. I got an opportunity to speak about my story last night to the WMRJ, and just the reality of what prison is and how I had to challenge my own public defender in order to avoid a life sentence, man. I see my brother Sabir, man. What's good? You know, gave me a gift, good brother. I appreciate that. That's my brother over there, man, Sabir. We was definitely in the same spots. Somebody said, I think it needs to be described how COs and administration can be very corrupt. Man, I definitely touch on that. I was just speaking about, they try to say all the contraband comes in from the prisoners. No, it doesn't. You just had a prison where they found $300,000, Greensville Correctional Center in Virginia, $300,000 plus. How the heck a prisoner bring that in? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said prison jail is fun. He probably trolling. It's definitely not fun. Yeah, contraband. We know how contraband comes in, man. You know what I'm saying? The old school way, and I guess maybe it still have the visitation room, but that people be gambling with their lives like that, man. You know. But when it goes down, they can't take the blame. They can't just say, "Oh, it's our fault." You know what I'm saying? Unless they have to. What's going on, man? Thank you for asking. Roy, I appreciate that, man. Somebody said, man, I'm going to prison for 2 years for some DUIs. Any pointers for the first few days? Man, hopefully you're gonna stay at a low level first and foremost. And then I'm gonna try to answer this question too. But hopefully you're gonna stay at a low level because it's DUIs. You only got 2 years. Hopefully you've done a portion of that time at the jail, or you get some credit towards that, so that's less. But prison is prison in any situation. I don't know what state you're gonna be in. Mind your business. Do not borrow. Don't go into debt. Don't take anything from anyone. Even if you think you're cool with them, learn to go without. Get a job. Sign up for all the programs. Don't get involved in the politics if you don't have to. Like where I was at, somebody just asked about that. You didn't have to get involved in the politics in Commonwealth of Virginia. A lot of people did. They got in cars because cities were clicked up, etc., or people were, in certain religions or whatever it was. But you didn't necessarily have to. Like I knew in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So if you can avoid the politics involved in those, getting clicked up, do that. And man, stand on your own too. Don't be aggressive. Don't be trying to, act all crazy or whatever. Just be a man. Be who you're supposed to be in that environment. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Oh, I see my brother Saint over there, man. What's good? Uncle Ruckus. You ever notice how it's always the guys without the without the face? But anyways, How do you know who's real and who's fake in there? You don't know. It's just like life. You don't know who's real and who's fake until you know who's real and who's fake. That's unfortunate. Like, you should sit back and, for the best of your ability, always observe, pay attention to your surroundings, try to figure out what's going on. Just have the conversation with yourself and ask yourself, why you paying attention to your environment? Do I want to get involved in that? Is it even my time? What is that going to bring value to me? Is that going to help me get free? And pay attention to the politics. Pay attention to who everybody's politicking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a saying, every room's got a vent. So um, I've got brothers that we became brothers while we were in the pen. So much so that when we did the vow renewal recently, my side of the family section was all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? But um, there's a lot of distrust. I just did a post about two guys that was cool. You know what I'm saying? And one guy went home before the other and took his wife. So gotta be careful in there, man. Yeah, it's just 2 years. You'll be all right. 2 winners is decent. And I don't mean that 2 winners is 2 winners. I'm not trying to say like it's what, but I know brothers that's doing 17, that's doing 20, that's doing life sentences. 2 years. By the time you really get into your bid, you're gonna be going home. Let's like you already short. So you just gotta stay the heck out the way. Don't get in trouble and run your points up where you end up on a higher level though. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Man. Somebody said, bro, when I seen that video when you just came out, you look so different than you do now. Yeah, I was just telling people that, man. Yo, people don't know, right? I wanna speak to that really quick. If you see me now, I'm not who you see when I first walked out of prison. Too Silent just put that in the comments, man. There's a post on most of my social medias. It's usually pinned, but of me walking out the video. Man, I'm glitching in the face. I'm twitching. My family's all crying and happy. I'm numb. I'm rock face. I can't even really feel the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, my body had left prison, but my mind was still very much in prison. So yeah, that's part of the reason that I look different. And I got older. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's probably going to a road camp too, man. Hopefully you're going to a road camp. Yeah, that's all I'm doing, man. I'm just spreading the word, man. Good truth, good word, man. I'm not trying to tell people or glorify or tell stories to get the views. And you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the views. Let's not get it twisted now. Let's not get it twisted. But what I mean by that is, I'm not making things up. I'm not embellishing things. I'm not watering things down so I can get an extra like. No, I'm just telling you how it is. I'm trying to tell you, in most cases, from a neutral standpoint. Um, because it's too easy to kind of like throw gasoline on one side or the other. Like, said prisons should get shut down. I said, no, they shouldn't. If you've been to prison, you know monsters exist. Like, there's real monsters in there. Like, there's guys in there. I'm sorry, you cannot like me, whatever. They should not come home, because they talk about when they come home, they getting ready to take people's lives, do whatever. Like, nah, you could stay in there. People that's messing with kids or whatever. No, you can chill. I ended up doing 16 years, 11 months, man. Yeah, PTSD is real. PTSD is real. Some people speak about PICS, post incarceration syndrome. I was in the state, Commonwealth of Virginia. What did I do to pass time? Man, um, I kind of spoke on. I kept the job. I always try to keep a kitchen job because I could get the most hours in there. I could eat. I could save money on commissary. I could hustle because I could steal out of there. Da, da, da. Until I got to learn how to get the better jobs working with the counselors and stuff like that. But I always kept the job. Always exercise. Try my hardest to stay out the BS, man. And I did an all right job at it. Like, considering 16 years, 11 months, considering the age that I went in, I did an all right job. Um, and that was really it, man. I got to know me. I dealt with my thoughts, and I just focused on growing. I focused on not just surviving in there, but living the best that I could while in prison. And not in a way that a lot of people glorify. It was in a way of like, I refuse not to be a man. I refuse not to continue to do great things in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even when I was in the inside, it's like I still found ways to kind of rise above, man. And that's really it, man. I appreciate that. I see my brother saying in the building. Is great really is bad? No, it's not. It's not. A lot of that stuff died out. In my 16 years, 11 months, I know of 3 incidents that it did occur. Which, I mean, it's still too many times, right? But 3 incidents in 16 years, 11 months that I know of, that's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said I did 8 years and it was horrible to save my life. Been out 16 years, no plans of going back. Yeah, man, I can relate. Boss boy, I appreciate that, man. I was in the state Commonwealth of Virginia, Joshua Jones. How do how do other inmates treat guys with DV charges? I don't know. I didn't really see him get treated bad. It's really like if you had crimes against children or women and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, every now and then that would be the issue in there for guys. If you came in with stuff like that, or if you testified on somebody, you know, every now and then a DV you'd see get messed up because somebody's uncle would be in there and he'd be clicked up and send some missiles at him or stuff like that. So that's what's up, man. Sometimes it's what it takes, man. My mom said prison saved my life. I got mad at first, but it makes sense. I just got out of prison for self-defense at a protest. I only did a year, but the first couple of weeks I was on edge. Still not 100%, but doing better. I'm glad you're doing better. That's crazy, man. It only takes a few minutes behind that wall, you know what I'm saying, to be shifted and changed forever, honestly. Like, what's good, Bling? Um, my first minute behind that wall, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. My son has 4 years and he has done 2 years. Somebody said, "Are you?" These got to be bots or something, man. Anyways, man, tap the screen, man. Like the live, man. Let people know we going in here. When will your wife go live? She goes live from time to time. My wife is like not a social media person, but she gets up here very organically. Me, I'm on full on. I'm just on it all day. Not really, but I'm posting all day. Somebody said I went in a broken man and used all the resources available to better myself as a human. And you can do that, man. Prison made me a better person, or maybe I just grew up in it. I don't know. Sometimes that's the conversation people ask me, and I'm like, did prison, or was I just maturing myself? Would that have happened in any environment? And I don't know, man. I don't know because prison is a place where you're forced to make a choice. I am Famar, but you're forced to make a choice, and you can either allow it to destroy you or you can, you know what I'm saying, do what's good, man. Brian said, who was the nicest guard, the one you respected the most? Tristan, what's good? I don't know, man. There's a few guards that was all right. You know what I'm saying? They would stand up people. They weren't trying to cause no problems. They were just there to help. I can't really pinpoint one. Um, But I still talk to a few, man. Shout out to the big dog Everett over there, man. Good people. He's no longer a CEO. I think he's running a nonprofit, stuff like that now. He does so much, but just chilling, man. 13 calendars in Mississippi. I see you, man. I see you, Blaine. That's what's up, man. Oh, it's state prison. Yeah, it depends what state because different states have different laws, and some states have parole, some don't. So just like Commonwealth of Virginia, you got to do 85% of your time. So I see somebody said put down there 45 to 60%, and I didn't see what state. Appreciate everybody that's rocking with the content, man. But that's it, man. That's the gist of it. In 2003, I got sentenced to 144 years in prison. That's how I walk into the room. I appreciate that, Faye did. That's how I walk into the room. Everybody that's gifted, man, I try to send y'all the follows too. Trying. Okay. There you go. Appreciate everybody showing love with the gifts. I try to send follows on the way back, just to show love, man. But that's when I made my decision. Somebody's like, well, when did you make the decision that you wanted to live? I was like, what you mean? I'm like, yo, I was in prison. They're like, well, everybody doesn't make that decision. I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point, man. Everybody doesn't make it. Everybody doesn't choose to go forward. Everybody doesn't choose to rise above. Some people lock in with the stigmas and what's going on in the stigma, the system, and that's just like out here. You know what I'm saying? That's just like out here. I see my sister on there, mi hermana, but that's it. We're talking about today. We're talking about addiction. We're talking about mental health. Somebody's like, over prison, buddy. There's a life outside of social media, but I don't want nobody to go if they don't have to go. You know, and right now we're in a place where people are checking out the content. People are saying they're learning from the content. You know, they're supporting all that. Somebody said I wear the curly hair wig. I'm gonna start bringing OG character on live too, though, and do battles. OG character getting ready to do battles, y'all. But that's it, man. I'm gonna keep telling the story and having the conversations that need to be had because I wish somebody would have had the conversations with me a little bit more in depth. And it's, you know, nobody seen what was coming for me. It wasn't, but man, when I needed to have that conversation, yeah. Jose Gomez, what's good, man? Man. But that's it, man. Appreciate that, Patrick. Right. You can be over something and still talk about it. It's passing. Exactly. And that's it, man. And it's just processing. You know what I'm saying? When did I go to the Commonwealth alleged crime? I was a driver in a robbery. I was the driver in a robbery. Somebody said, I mean, the story is essentially I moved to the Commonwealth of Virginia and was staying with my grandmother. I had an older cousin who had got an apartment out there. He was struggling. I see the Humanization Project in the building, man. I see y'all, man. Peace and love. Um, and I was young. I was 19. He was about 10 years older than me. And I went to his apartment one day and he was like, yo, cuz, I owe money, man. Like, I got to pay my rent. I owe such and such some money. They going to rough me up. Da, da, da. He was running down a whole list. And I was just sitting there like, okay, what's that got to do to me? Because I ain't got no money to give you. I work at Walmart, Tire, and Lube right now while I'm on leave. And I'm trying to put things together. And da, 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 da. And the conversation, I remember it was like a tug of war. I was like, man, I'm chilling out here. I said, bro, I got an extra job while I'm out here just because I'm trying to make money while I'm on leave. I'm trying to see who this is. Somebody blowing up my joint, man. Sometimes you got to check what's going on, y'all. Somebody blew that phone up about 40 times. But we're having this conversation, and my cousin's like, yo, I just need you to take me up the street. And I'm like, nah, I'm trying to make money. I know you're in debt, but I'm trying to make money the right way while I'm on leave, then go back to the military. And it was kind of like a tug of war, right? And I was the younger cousin. And yo, I don't care what nobody say, man. Peer pressure is real and it's taking out kids left and right, right? And more or less, like I had enough courage to say no the first couple of times, but then after the third or fourth time, then his friends are chiming in. You know what I'm saying? They like, bro, just take us up the street. We're gonna go with them. Da da da. Eventually, I gave in. You know, eventually I gave in. Like a lot of young people, they don't even want to go on the mission, but they got 4 or 5 of their homeboys or whatever just trying to get them. And you know, there you go. Not everybody's strong enough not to get in the car. And you know, y'all got to check out my page to get the rest of the story. But and not because I got to hop off here because somebody messaging my phone like crazy. But the reality of the situation is, man, 30 seconds of not being strong enough to say no could put you in a situation that costs you years of your life. You understand what I'm saying? And that's real. Like, so real. Somebody blowing my phone up, y'all. Yeah, I got to go, man. This might be a semi-emergency, man. Peace and blessings. Definitely gonna be back up here to support y'all, man. The same way y'all support me. But I want to make sure these people good, man. Peace.